Hello, very good evening. My name is Pranahita. I'm from Accelerator X and I have enrolled in Generative AI program. It's been a week. I am participating in the live classes and I am completing them and I have also submitted the assignments. And yeah, this is regarding the one of the data scientist role actually, where I have applied and I have got an assignment. So, yeah, my name is Pranahita. I'm basically from Hyderabad, India. I represent an Asian. Uh, Coming to topic, my experience is all about software IT industry. I am into manual testing and I am into Scrum Master and I have worked as test lead as well in my last organization. I have around 11.6 years of experience into IT software, but then 7.6 years of real time hands on experience into manual testing where I was working in .NET and Java based applications. I'm not really a developer, but then I have worked as a manual tester trainee. I have worked as a product support, and I have worked as a test lead. I have worked as a Scrum Master trainee, and I have started my career working with the product based startup organizations where I have explored myself and where I have gathered lots of knowledge working for a product based startup organization. And we were working on so many modules and components of the applications that could be e-commerce, that could be insurance, or that could be healthcare projects. I'm associated lots with e-commerce and healthcare based organizations or applications. I was given the responsibility of taking care of the modules or components which I was assigned, and we were so busy writing the test cases for all the components and modules which we are assigned. And I have also given teach back sessions to the people or freshers who have joined, and I have raised so many bugs which are deferred and which doesn't matter for this particular sprint, but then going forward those bugs would be very important in case of the quality and also for the client's perspective of view or for the end user's perspective of view. I have even worked on emulators and simulators by downloading so many external tools, and I have tested our application, e-commerce application, according to the Android based and iOS based technology, or according to those settings actually, because it's an e-commerce one. It is a completely web based application, and we were even integrating this web based application to the Android and iOS. And I have downloaded so many external tools, and I have worked independently, I mean it, and I have also worked on Selenium IDE within a team members, but wherein manual testing I have managed independently, writing the test cases and raising so many bugs, and also coordinating with the team members and coordinating with the UI UX team members, database team members, Scrum Master, team lead, test lead, project manager, program manager. It could be product owner or it could be Scrum Master. So many team members, we were discussing all our requirements, features, and also epics and user stories. And we had a grooming sessions in our conference hall where we used to participate in the client meeting call. That could be a stand-up call because I'm into Scrum. We had a daily stand-up call every morning, and it usually the time boxing for Scrum, the stand-up meeting is 15 to 20 minutes or 5 to 15 minutes, but then my uh, our Scrum meeting used to last for 1 hour because it's a startup organization, as I've mentioned. We wanted to be clear with the requirements because we do have product owner who stays in USA, and he's an American guy, and the product is totally based. US, it's based of US people, but then we are working for it, and our CEO has overtaken the product, and then it was our product actually, but even he takes ownership of it. So yeah, it used to last for 1 hour because we are so busy discussing with the requirements, and it takes some time for our people, our Indian people, to understand it. and brainstorming. We used to brainstorm lots of requirements or features, user stories in the in the grooming sessions which happens in the conference hall. And then my scrum master used to assign the work breakdown structure for all the people in the conference hall for that particular sprint. And our sprint used to last for 14 days, and once that is done, we used to work on the test cases, and a developer used to work on the developing part, that is writing code. And then once that is done, we used to work on the they used to work on the release. And then we used to work on this different kinds of testing, like smoke testing, functional testing, and sanity testing, regression testing, post-mortem testing. We used to work on retesting especially. And then we used to use the Microsoft Azure tool for raising the tickets. And then we also used to perform the UAT testing. And we also use the developers also uses lots of technologies to dump the e-commerce products, or to dump the e-commerce images in the e-commerce website. It could be elasticity search and lots of other technologies. And then we had our own production server wherein we perform the deployment to staging, we perform the deployment to testing, development, testing, and finally production. These are important actually. And because we perform testing in all the environments, we make sure that the testing is performed in all the environments. And then we make sure we also perform the UAT testing. And then we also perform the which is called as end user testing. And once that is deployed to the production, our scrum master and we used to work on the next sprint, and we make sure that all this completes in the 14 days of span. And this is all about my experience. But coming to my recent experience, this is where I explored a lot and learned a lot actually, what actually scrum is, and uh, how the SDLC and how the STLC process goes in a real time environment, or in a real time company or organization. And we had so many artifacts of documentation, or documentations, or documentations or word files maintaining in the server SharePoint site or in the server. And those are all called as the artifacts in Scrum terminology. And we had called this Scrum events like stand up meeting. We have called the grooming sessions. We have the grooming sessions, daily stand up meeting, and we have the sprint demo, we have the sprint review, we have the sprint retrospective. And we used to actively participate in all this actually. In the AI world, maybe it doesn't matter a lot, but then yeah, nowadays AI is integrated with all of the methodologies or principles, or all of the process which the software organizations are following. And without comparing AI with the traditional models, principles, or frameworks, AI, it's not that AI is nothing, but then yeah, everything innovation is there. It is integrated with the old frameworks, or old application development, or software development, or SDLC or SDLC. That is the reason I'm just integrating, or I'm just talking a few words about my past experience. But in my recent experience, I was working as a test lead, where we were working on end-to-end testing activities, managing all the end-to-end activities, like preparing the MTS, MTP, RTM, TRS, and maintaining them in a server side or SharePoint side. And apart from that, we also used to work on capabilities, not to that extent, but our project managers used to work on capabilities. And then we used to talk to our I used to specially take responsibility of scheduling the calls, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday calls. And then I used to closely talk with my testers or manual testers. And we used to follow up with them to complete the work done, because we used to work on lots many projects, not one project actually, because it's a US based organization. Of course, it's into completely healthcare organization, where we deal with Medicare and Medicaid of the US people insurance. We don't usually or directly deal with the insurance documents, but then we work on the applications where there is a lot of healthcare process goes on about the inpatient or outpatients, where it's all about payers, providers. It's all about insurance companies, and it's all about the different states and cities of America who deal with the clients of software people, wherein we charge them. It could be the terminology could be dynamic pricing, or it could be all about benefit highlights, and it could be all about the amount, the sum, the amount or the sum where the patients would be charged. But that is all he but that is it's all about the technology and terminology of healthcare, and we are not supposed to reveal it. But then the managers or the US managers or the onshore managers, they work on this, but then we work on the second level or the town level part of working, that is talking with the testers and making the work done, making the test cases written by the testers or manual testers, and we make sure they execute the test cases on the application, and we make sure they pass the test cases on the application, and we make sure that the that the deployment would be happening on the expected release date without any delay. And then we maintain the RTM TRS documents in the SharePoint site folder. And before that, we make sure that all our artifacts or documents like MTS and MTP or RTS, RTM test cases and test results documents uh, would be getting approval from the stakeholders. This is what we make sure actually. Only once they are approved by the stakeholders, we would be able to go to the next step, and we would be able to talk to the testers, and then we would be able to push them forward to make the work done. And then we also have a risk meeting, which is important actually, because it's a kind of healthcare application, healthcare organization. They make sure no mistake happens in the applications, and we had got so many other assignments where we are supposed to pass our exams, like it could be healthcare 101 or healthcare 102. We are assigned those, and it's all about knowledge brainstorming, and it's all about knowledge gathering. Apart from that, yeah, we have risk meetings, and we are supposed to talk to our managers, or we are supposed to chat with our managers, onshore managers, continuously, because there is a time gap in the there is a time difference gap between USA and India, and it's all about it's work from home. So that is the reason we make sure that I make sure that to give any each and small update to the onshore people, or on in the onshore meeting, so that there would not be any gap, or there would be not be any this thing from our offshore people, especially Indians, because I'm an Indian. So I make sure I do my work correctly, so that they don't face any problem with offshore team members, because it's all about work from home. It's not working in the office. At least by working in the home, I make sure to spend extra time, so that I would be available for them even in their even in their morning times. It could be our night times. So that is how I stretch my time, or that is how I stretch my hands to help them continuously, so that I just give my best to complete the project. It's not yeah, to come, it's not all about understanding the requirements. It would be done by the project manager and with the team members. But then to make the project or product release on the correct date without extending it or without stretching it, because mostly it happens in the software companies where the release date get extended or stretched, and I don't want that to happen, because of the risks which would arise once the project starts. So that I don't want to happen. Before the project starts only, we talk to the testers, we talk to the managers, we make sure all the capabilities and requirements are understood by the testers, and if at all they need any help, we would be able to connect them with the other senior SME subject matter experts, so that they they understand the requirements, and they have a high clarity of the requirements about what they are going to write the test cases. And then yeah, the main this thing what I like about my recent company, it's a Thrive Digital LLP. It's located in Chennai, Hyderabad, but then we had clients in USA. So we love the risk meetings, and that is the first time in that organization we are supposed to participate in the risk meetings compulsory. And the next important part of risk meetings is we used to prepare a mitigation document, which I love it actually. That is what I have few things to learn from every company, and this is the best part of my last organization. It could be risk meetings, capabilities, the maintaining of all the artifacts, documents in the SharePoint site, and preparation of mitigation reports, or preparation of mitigation this thing. And we are given a high time training by our mentors who are seniors, and that was the best part actually. And I enjoyed working for different organizations, working on different technology based applications, learning so many things, and giving so many things to our testers or teammates or colleagues, or talking with the managers, and then giving the best. And that is all about my high level experience. And yeah, I have worked on tools like Bugzilla, I have worked on tools like Zira, I have worked on tools like Microsoft Azure, I have worked on tools like HPALM, and finally Confluence, of course, and then Jira. And after Jira Confluence, I have worked on digital AI. That was the last application. And I have worked on technologies like MLOps, machine language operations. I when I was 2 years ago when I was working, I'm not that much aware of AI, but then I can understand when I just listen to the word. But then these days I started learning AI, and I have started giving my best for my career by learning so many AI tools and by learning so many AI technologies. And then yeah, this is all about my experience. And uh, this is all about my introduction. And yeah, I am or presently I'm learning so many courses from different institutes which are based in India. And yeah, this is all about my high level experience. And thanks a lot actually. And I hope uh, I have given my best, which you can understand by listening to my by listening to my introduction video. And yeah, I would be uploading these into the this thing, or I would be uh, uploading this into the email which you have sent me, and soon I would be sending you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, and yeah, have a nice day.